What's up, Beer League hockey fans and fellow dumpers? Welcome to another unedited, unfiltered Dump and Skate podcast, the number one hockey podcast in the Bluffton, Hilton Head area, Pooler, Georgia, and recently researched Richmond Hill, Georgia. Where if you're still bitching about my mic, then you're not a loyal listener and probably a grown man who lactates from both of your man tits. Again, Dwight, this is my podcast, so don't email me. I'm the podcast scheduler, social media content creator, official video and audio editor, the broken, old, and decrepit bender, the ball buster, Jeremy. Something sweet I don't like to eat is mochi balls, cotton candy, Cracker Jack, taffy, and just talked about today with Kelly Seymour, Nerds Candy. But I do like an upside down Snickers. Shout out to my fondue boo, Abdu.
Jeez Louise, that was the longest intro ever.
It gets better. With me, as always, the man that makes this podcast possible, the only producer that doesn't do any editing because Abdu is earning our free paycheck. The, as Dane worded it, talent of the podcast. The guy I have to occasionally nag to upload this podcast for fans. The guy that won't hesitate to help out any family or friends in need. The very hardworking family man, Jeremy. I call Abdu during his workout just so I can hear him breathe. Ironically, that's the only time I don't have to take another phone call. Holland. Tell me that wasn't a lie. That's not a lie.
That's not a lie. But it's 7:30 in the morning when I call you, so there's no phone calls coming in yet. They don't start coming in until after 8 o'clock. Oh,
But
man,
you
what
still
is
didn't hang
up?
up. You still didn't hang up as I'm.
No. And I can hear the treadmill like, or whatever you're walking on, like going berserko in the background. And I
That's
can hear
the
you pick
elevator.
up.
That's the elevator trying to haul my fat ass up.
Is that why it picks up momentum every so often?
You hear
It's like,
it's really struggling. It's really struggling.
oh man, that's funny. Poor elevator. No wonder
See,
it
Dwight,
goes
we
out of
fat shame
service.
myself too. We fat shame myself.
No wonder it goes out of service so often. Jeez. What is up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all shapes, sizes, and flavors? Welcome into your favorite beer league podcast, the Dump and Skate podcast. Before we get going, we want to give a couple of very, very special shout outs. We want to shout out some guys from the Rinkside Pro Shop. We're not really sure which location you're from, but we heard you ran into our good friend John Marola at the Bauer Expo in, where was it at?
Nashville.
In Nashville, and that you guys recognized him and their outfit because of our podcast. So we don't know who you are. Please feel free to reach out to us on one of the social medias that we've got: Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. We'd love to know some names and give you guys some individual shout outs. Appreciate you guys listening. Glad to know that the podcast is, going a little national, I guess. Yeah, national.
Hey,
That
we're
sounds
doing
good.
something right.
It's getting out there. 2 people in the Tampa area or wherever they were from. So yeah, shout out to you guys. We thank you guys for listening. Appreciate you supporting us and seeing our boy Johnny and telling him what's up. So, and with that said, we want to give another special shout out to our guy John Marola and all the guys at BNR Sports. Appreciate you guys hooking up. A group of guys we've got on today, they big time hooked these guys up with jerseys and all sorts of other stuff. We'll let these guys tell a little bit about it. But if you got any kind of hockey needs, equipment, jerseys, whatever you need, give the guys at BNR Sports a shout and let them hook you up. brsport.com. If you get them on the phone, tell them Holland and Abdu sent you. Unless you talk to Shane, just tell him hey and ask him how he's doing. But yeah, we're just kidding, Shane. We love you. But yeah, give those guys a call. They'll hook you up. We appreciate them. Don't use those other guys. Use those guys. So we've got a very, very special show today. We have been knocking out college players, coaches left and right here on the podcast. And we have another very, very special edition of the Dump and Skate podcast coming to you today. I've got another group of college players coming on. We're excited to let them talk about their journey, how they've kind of gotten this program up and running, what that has looked like for them and all of the struggles and excitement and everything else like that. So without much more ado, Abdu, I know you have a super lengthy introduction for them. Go ahead and
I
give it
don't.
to us.
It's really short, guys. I know you guys are used to my intros, but this is very short and to the point and simple. So, from the Georgia Southern University, we have number 17 at defense, Matt Pellegrino. Number 35 at center, Ryan Weaver. Number 96 on defense, Evan Joyner. Welcome to the podcast, guys. And before we get started, we ask all of our guests this, not because I want to know, just because Holland has a sick fetish. I need to know.
Lies.
We need to know, and the fans want to know. Do all three of you, or do you guys just pee?
Whoa, whoa,
Do you pee in the show?
oh my gosh, you ruin this question every time you ask it.
I did
This
good
is
with the.
it got weird the last time.
I
You
asked
know it
D.
did. Yeah,
No.
D's was normal. This one started to get weird. Do you guys all? You were like,
Well, that's
going
why I
right
started.
down-
That's why
yeah,
I
yeah,
fixed
yeah,
it. I
yeah.
fixed it. Just calm down.
Okay.
Let me do my thing.
Let
me do my
Let's just
thing.
try this again. Try this again. Hey Ryan, welcome to the show. Abdu has a question for you.
Okay.
Do you pee in the shower?
Who doesn't?
That's Abdu doesn't.
Me, I
Pelly.
don't.
Pelly, you got to take your mic off of mute, my guy.
Jeez. Guys, great at
Yeah.
defense, just doesn't know how to use technology. We had problems with them earlier.
Do you pee in the shower, Pelly?
Yes.
Oh
Who
my
doesn't?
God. I don't.
Evan, welcome to the show. Same question.
Oh, absolutely. I don't know anybody who doesn't. But
Yeah,
Oh,
you
now
do
you-
now.
guys-
You do.
Hey
You do
guys,
now.
this is Jeremy
Bye.
Abdu. He and I do a podcast together. Abdu thinks people that pee in the shower are basically
Maniacs.
wild animals.
Yeah.
So,
So I have another
yeah.
question, really quick. Have you guys ever had a fart that you shouldn't have trusted?
Yeah, I'll go with that. Yeah. Oh, no.
I think everyone's had that experience.
I have not. I don't think I've ever. Not that I can remember. I've never had a fart that I've had some that made me, second guess, but I've never had one where I've pushed the fart out and then been like, oh, got to change these doors. Yeah.
I
So.
mean, I'm not blowing out my pants or anything.
Oh man.
That
All
would
right.
be the one to do that, though.
Yeah, you'd be going down for a 600-pound squat and just a little dookie on the floor.
A little. At least it's a dookie and not like liquid. Liquid would be bad. Liquid would be bad.
normally
You know.
It's normally liquid.
Only the
Oh, you got to change your pre-workout. You got to change your pre-workout
Oh gosh. Oh my gosh.
instead
I
of
mean,
blast
snap
gear.
him.
Instead of
Send me
blast
the-
gear, he's blasting his shorts.
They sent me a snap of his today. It was all liquid.
He sent you that too?
Oh.
Yeah.
That's
Evan's a poop pick sender.
Oh,
man, Abdu.
Evan,
Throw him out there.
Evan.
Abdu, you found a new best friend.
Oh,
Evan,
dude,
Evan
you
will
are.
get you Abdu's phone number when we get off the podcast.
Send them. Send
Fair
them
warning.
to
I
me.
only sent them on
Fair-
Snapchat.
You don't want to see
Fair
him.
warning. Yeah, fair warning. No, I promise you, Abdu's
don't
seen
want
much
to.
worse. Abdu has seen and sent much, much worse. Evan, just fair warning. If they make it to Abdu, they won't stop there. A lot of other people, well beyond your network of known people, will begin to see them. They won't know who you are, but Abdu will just share them because that's what he does.
I got some that we can trade. I'll trade. They'll be like Pokemon cards, but duty cards. You know?
Baseball cards.
Yeah.
It's like baseball cards. You got a rookie? You got a Nolan Smith rookie? Yeah, I do.
Evan, I got one that that you can't top. I guarantee you can't top the one that I have.
I don't know, man. Ryan's seen some freaky ones.
Let me tell you, this dude, he never makes it in the toilet completely. It's always like on the side or like in the back. The water, it's just, I don't know what it is. There's
What
something
is the
strange about this man.
I feel like I need to be the equipment manager for this team, just so I could be a part of the team. I feel at home. I feel
You
at
gotta
home.
get us some extra tidy whities if you do that. Though we gotta.
Oh, he'll have no
Team
problem
order.
doing that. He'll bring some moist wipes and everything.
Dude. Well,
You know when you go to like the
not,
really
not
nice
with the toilet
restaurants?
paper shortage going on.
You know when when you go to the really nice restrooms and you got the guy that has the soaps and the colognes and stuff standing there looking for a tip. Abdu will follow you guys into the dumper and he'll make sure you've got proper wiping techniques going.
These
on.
guys are college kids. I don't know if they've gone to a place like that yet.
We have now. lot of
Oh,
it's
Now we have.
Easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
we know what you're
understand.
talking about.
We
got
understand.
you.
Shout out to Daddy.
Oh man. So Ryan, tell us a little bit about your background, where you came from, a little bit of your hockey story and hockey journey.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna go ahead and lay it out here. It's not all that interesting. Um, I'm from upstate New York in a small town called Canandaigua. It's right outside of Rochester. Um, I haven't played since I was about 6 years old. I moved down here in Statesboro, Georgia, about 2011. So I only played a couple years. We had a rec league I played for, and then a little Timbits team, and Little Americans League we had up there. But that's about it up until this year.
So you played when you were 6 and then didn't play anymore. Is that what you just said?
Nope. So yeah,
Holy
I moved down
smoke.
here and it wasn't available until Ghost Pirates came around. Really, it wasn't easily accessible. So I kind of just been waiting it out.
Just like riding a bicycle.
Yep.
I love it. That's awesome. How'd you hear about the team?
So actually, me and Evan are the ones who started it.
Nice.
He posted something on Snapchat one day. Um, I assume it's from the women's team starting theirs. I added him immediately. I'm like, let's get this shit done. Um, it's just been a through train since then. I mean, it hasn't stopped.
Nice.
So
Good
Nice.
job, guys.
So you
Good
mentioned
job.
you mentioned Evan. So I know Evan. Evan played with my A League team the very first year we had hockey here, which would have been 2 years ago. 2 years ago. So Evan, tell us a little bit about your background, your hockey journey, where you came from, what you've played, things like that.
so mine's not super traditional. So I'm from Augusta, Georgia. So I started skating at about 7. We had an ECHL team at that point called the Augusta Lynx. So a lot of those players were doing learn to skate stuff at our local rink. So that's how I got into it. I played house league, which I guess was mites, timbits, like that type of stuff for a few years. The Lynx left, and then our rink became somewhat seasonal. So I ended up starting to play travel hockey out of Columbia, South Carolina for the Columbia Cyclones. And I played for them from squirts all the way through Bantams. Some point in there, we got an SPHL team in Augusta for 2 or 3 years. The rink opened back up kind of full time. So we had some house league stuff, some ice time, some practices like we could do locally. So I wasn't having to drive an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours to play. And then when the Riverhawks left, we ended up losing the rink in Augusta. So the closest rink was Columbia and then Greenville and Charleston. So I played another season of Cyclones and Bantams, and then I started playing U16 hockey for the Carolina Rage, which at that point were based out of Columbia and Greenville. And they now have their own facility. It's super nice. But yeah, so I played through U16. I played a season of U18 in Columbia, and then I moved down here. Not thinking I was going to have any hockey. I moved down here for college. The Ghost Pirates announced that, they were going to have a rink open and all that. So I ended up playing A League the first year, and I played for your team, Jeremy. And then last year I played C League because of the scheduling. I'll probably play Men's League again this year. It's always a good time. But yeah, so I mean, I moved down here and I knew we had a rink. I tried this when the Ghost Pirates got here, and I didn't get much help from the college or the Ghost Pirates. I mentioned starting up a team, and everybody said it wouldn't work, and I couldn't find anybody at that point locally that was our age that played. So this year I posted on the school Snapchat story and got, I guess at that point, like 8 players, and it was a weird mix. It was, you'd have like Pelly and these kids that played like juniors and up north, and then you have Ryan and these other guys who hadn't been on skates in forever and could barely skate. So, but I mean, the Learn to Play program that Rossi runs has really helped our team. And we've also ended up with a lot more depth to our roster. Just over the summer, we found kids that played, play juniors, that type of stuff, like that are enrolled at Southern. So most of them lived in Statesboro and they played junior preds. We've got one kid that played Mad Hatters USPHL. So now we have a wide talent spread. So
The Mad Hatters, that's out of the Kennesaw area, isn't it?
yes, that's
Yeah,
one
that
of.
was the rink. That was the rink we were at, and yeah, that was the rink we were at. Yeah.
I think they have 2 juniors teams in Atlanta. I don't know if the Capitals are still there, but they used to have Mad Hatters, and then they had another one.
I know the Mad Hatters, and the USPHL is a lower level.
What?
We met a couple guys. That's the guys we. That's the guy we met in Jacksonville that said he played the USPHL team that
Yep.
plays out of Jacksonville, and he jokingly said it's the "You Still Play Hockey League." So it's yeah, but it's hockey. It's guys get a chance to play. So that's cool. That's good. That's good talent spread.
What team did you play on in C League?
He played with the Spoonbills.
Yes.
Ah, okay.
But he was hit or miss too. You had a hard time making a lot of the games, even on Thursday nights, didn't you?
Yeah, because at that point I was on permanent nights. So I'm a police officer, and I'm in full-time grad school. So I had a hard time with night shift. At this point, I run a K9 now. So I do bomb detection, and Monday through Friday is a lot easier. So I mean, now I can make everything because I get off at 3-4 as long as I hit my 40 for the week. It's pretty good. So it's not as bad now, but I was struggling for a while.
Evan used to come running in on A-League nights, like on a Monday or a Tuesday, depending on what it was, like half dressed in his uniform. He would run in and get dressed like right before we played. And then we'd get done and he would always just disappear immediately. And he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm on shift. I got to get back to work." We were like, "Oh, all right. Good to see you.
Bomb
See you later."
detection, huh?
Yeah.
Well, that would explain why you're dropping bombs at the gym.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. I knew a guy that, Dave, there's the bomb detector dog. Wait a minute. That's not a dog.
That's not a dog.
That's not a dog. I knew a guy that, his kids played hockey with me, but he was a bomb squad guy years and years ago for Savannah. So this was a long time ago, though. So, Pelly, last but not least, I know who you are because I got to play with you a pretty good bit the last 2 seasons here, and so
I think just the spring, but
was
yeah.
Was it just the second one?
Yeah, because I met Rossi in like late November, and he's the one that told me about hockey. So
I think you came in and filled in a little bit at the tail end of the first one. I think you may have
Yeah, I
skated with
did.
Pete a couple. You skated with us. You skated with us in the championship game at the end of the first season because we were way short people. That was bad. So yeah, I know you pretty well through some of that and got to skate against you and with you a good bit. You trucked our good friend Abdu here when we were in Atlanta, which was kind of comical.
Yeah, it's hilarious. My family thinks it's hilarious.
It's so funny. It was such a memorable thing for Abdu. He can't even remember it. So outside of what we've told him about it. So but yeah. So I know
fun.
you know. Yeah. Matt's like, I didn't even do anything.
He did.
I know you know Pete, and I know that was a pretty interesting. Not interesting. That was a pretty. The word has left me. Opportune meeting. I think it was your wife ran into his wife, right?
So both of our wives work at the same place, K Veterinary Hospital, and they didn't know each other. But we were like just at like this Christmas party, and I just kept kind of like looking at him like, I recognize this guy. This looks like somebody that used to coach me and my brother. Like, I swear to God, that's him. And like, he was doing the same thing. And then at some point, Rue, which is Rossi's wife, like went up to Liz and they're like, "Hey, I think my husband knows your husband." And you're like, "Yeah, like they used to coach, like he used to coach him," kind of deal. So yeah, it was real.
They
weird.
met each other on Grindr.
Kind of, yeah,
dude.
basically.
No, Pelly, no. All right, so Pelly, tell us your hockey background. It's a little different than these guys.
Yeah. So I was born and raised in New Jersey. Played, like in-house for a year or two, and then started playing travel for New Jersey Renegades. Did that for I don't know, 6 years or so, and then that team left the rink. So I played for another team called the New Jersey Freeze. It was basically all the same players. It was mostly like midget A kind of level. And then I also played for my high school, and then I wound up playing a couple junior games as well, and that's when Rossi was my coach. And then moved down here when I was in the Army. Was in the Army for like 7 years, and then got out, and then that's when I met Rossi at the Christmas party, and then started playing hockey again this winter.
Nice.
What a small world.
Yeah, right.
It's pretty funny.
Holy cow.
Yeah, when Pete
Yeah.
told me, because I was like, did Pete like recruit him down here? Pete was like, no, our wives work together, and we didn't even realize it. And he was like, we happened to be at
Yeah.
a Christmas party and run into each other. I thought it was the wives ran into each other and realized it, and I didn't realize. I forgot
No.
he had said you guys were both there. That
Yeah.
is hilarious.
That's
So-
a great story. That's a great
Oh,
story,
yeah.
actually.
So we've mentioned Pete a bunch. Pete's been on the show with us, and Pete talked a lot about this. We'll let you guys talk a little bit. Weaver, you already mentioned that you guys have done the, or you have done some of the adult learn to play, learn to skate stuff, which is a little bit of a misleading name because Pete's done a really good job. It's not just like a, hey, here's how you tie your skates and here's how you put on your equipment. It's like a legit, like, hey, you get out here, we run you through drills. Then Pete has advanced that group to where you guys actually have kind of scrimmages against each other and things like that. So it's not just like a, hey, come out here, we'll teach you how to tie your shoes and like you'll skate around the big pink hula hoop for 30 minutes. It's actually learning hockey in a really good way. So I know Pete's been a big part of helping you guys progress forward. Pete's got a good background in coaching quite a few different teams, but he's even got a pretty unique background where he's helped coach a club collegiate team before. So Ryan, tell us a little about your relationship with Pete and how that's kind of helped you progress along a little bit.
So I actually met him at a Ghost Pirates game way before we started this. I was told something about keeping scores for the games, and they pointed me in the direction of Pete. So I talked to him a little bit, and he was like, "Yeah, you come do this, blah blah blah." I never really did it. Working school got in the way. So a couple months later, I saw the learn to skate, learn to play, and I was like, I'm gonna go do that. And then he ended up being the coach for that, and that's kind of how I met him. And then whenever me and Evan started this, Pelly knew him. We're all just like, let's get Rossi on with us. I mean, we didn't really know any other coaches in this area that had the resume or whatever. So
I
he
know an
definitely was a
assistant coach.
great
I know an
fit.
assistant coach, D-Cups. He's pretty phenomenal. We may
Oh,
have to see if we can get him.
Pineapple.
We may have to see if we can
Pineapple.
get him.
Pineapple, dude.
Sorry, boys, you don't get that one. That's an inside joke. I apologize. Oh man.
Alright.
So you and Evan kind of got things rolling. Pelly, at what point did you get kicked in and involved?
I was just at like an open hockey or stick time, one of the two. We were just kind of screwing around, and then Evan asked me like what my situation was, and I was like, I'm just going to school. And then he just started talking to me about the program, and I was like, yeah, why wouldn't I like go play hockey? Like I never got a chance to play college hockey, so why not give it a shot, kind of thing.
Nice. Abdu, ask a couple questions. My dog has something in her.
Dude, you're doing this to me right now. Why are you doing this to me now? I don't know any questions to ask. No.
Sorry, boys. Hey,
Hey,
quick,
you really want me to
talk
ask
to-
questions? You want
I
me to
don't
take
think I
over?
do. Yeah,
You want
talk
me
to
to take over?
Oh, there we go. Go for it. Go for it, Abdu.
All right, give us your OnlyFans, Evan, since you.
There you go.
No,
Just
so
like- plug
So
the
here's
OnlyFans.
here's my question. I asked. I thought it was Patrick at the Atlanta tournament. Which one of you guys would go toe to toe with Cooch to earn your starting position and captaincy on the team?
He'd
And
have
it's
it.
yeah,
I'd make
it's
Evan
toe to
do it.
toe off
Make
off
Evan
the
do it.
ice. It's on. It's
Oh.
complete street fight. Complete street fight.
Off the ice.
Let's just throw
Yeah, toe to toe with Cooch, street fight to earn your starting position and your place on the team. Let's say there's 19 people on the team, and they got to bounce somebody off to earn your spot on the team. You got to go toe to toe with Cooch.
Hey, I
Do I have
think I
to
can
win?
help. I don't think
One punch.
I don't think that's going to happen. I could probably help in some of this. Weaver, you look like you weigh $165 soaking wet. So I don't think you're in this one very much. This is Cooch outweighs you by probably almost 100 pounds at this point. So probably not good. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Evan lifts a lot of weights. We could give Evan a good run at it.
There we go.
He lifts big
I don't
weights.
know, man. I think Evan might just crap himself in mid-fight. he might just drop a duty. He might drop
Hey,
a you know, that could be a weapon. That could be a
may work
weapon.
out really well. This guy just crapped his pants.
Or Coochie just say, I just beat the shit out of him. Coochie just like, I scared the shit out of him. He just crapped himself.
Oh man. That
See,
was
that's why you don't want me to take over.
You don't ask Abdu to take over the questions. Oh man. Holy crap. Evan, you helped get it started. Tell me about what that was like, what you had to go through. I know you said you tried to start it a while back and didn't really met a lot of friction and had a hard time getting things going. But what did it take when you did get it going? How did that work?
So, I kind of just got the idea. One day it just came to me, and I posted on the. So on Snapchat now they have class stories. So like class of 25 has a story, class of 26. So I just went in and posted on all of them, saying like, hey, anybody that plays hockey that'd be interested in helping me start a club, just add me. So Ryan was one of the first ones that added me. He's the only original one left around. I would say Pelly is like the next closest original. And yeah, so we started it up. We started finding players. Rossi reached out on Facebook when I posted and said, like, hey, I've coached at Rutgers. I run the Junior Ghost Pirates. Like, if you need any help, let me know. So at that point, I just asked if he'd be our head coach, and he obviously said yes. We got in contact with Josh. He's our assistant coach. So they've helped a lot, and especially with the logistics stuff. This is a student-run organization, but like stuff behind the scenes that requires experience, Ross has made it so much easier. Now with the school, we had to write bylaws. We had a lot of like standards we had to meet when it came to picking students, picking players, that kind of stuff. And then we had our own set of challenges with getting in with the league. But ultimately, I mean, we're an official team now, so it all ended up working out. There's been several times where we didn't know if this whole thing was going to come together. Because in the spring, we were skating with 8 guys, and it was me, Pelly, Ryan, and then like half of the guys weren't showing up with equipment. And most of those guys are no longer with us. They just kind of dipped on us. But we have found players who were a lot better. So now we're looking very solid. And I think we'll have an interesting season. I don't think it's going to be a bad year whatsoever.
That's good. You said you guys had some struggles getting involved with the league. Can you detail any of what that was? Was it just paperwork stuff and getting things organized?
No, because Rossi helped a lot with that. It was a lot of people didn't believe this would all work out. So I mean, talking to the league originally, he was asking how serious we were, like our player count, if we had a goalie, like all this stuff, if we were like going to be full on as a team this year. So we didn't get voted in until I think May. The women's team got voted in before us.
Yeah.
And I just don't think anybody believed it. Like even with the school, going to the school and talking with them about becoming recognized as an official club sport and that kind of stuff, they kind of told me off because they asked like what our budget was, and I said, we're looking 30 grand plus, and they said, well, that's not feasible. You're not going to be able to collect that many dues. You're not going to be able to do that and the other. They were telling us they couldn't provide any guidance or anything, and when it came to, they were comparing us to other sports when it came to finances and that kind of stuff. So we had to sit down and explain like hockey is completely different. It's not a traditional club sport. And I mean, everybody that plays hockey knows the cost and everything that goes with it. So I mean, I explained to everybody that we're legit, that we're here to play, and we're trying to roster a full team and travel really around the Southeast all year, and put together a good season. So, nobody really believed in us in the start. Nobody thought that this was gonna be legit. I think based on our location.
Well, both any of the programs around here, whether it's the kids programs or either one of the collegiate programs that are rolling, are riding heavily on the coattails. I think at this point of the Ghost Pirates ECHL program, the groundswell of support that Savannah has kind of pumped that way has only helped all of it. I mean, even the men's league that I help run, that is a huge byproduct of the Ghost Pirates being here, needing a practice facility, us having the ability to skate there and things like that. And so it's really good. Like you said, hockey is its own unique animal. And I think a lot of people here in the South, I mean, I grew up, if people listen to this podcast, they kind of know this already. But I grew up here in this area playing hockey. I grew up playing roller hockey because it was always all we had. But I played D3 college at the University of Georgia. And so I played roller and ice there. And so I helped a guy start the club program at Georgia for roller. And then when I moved back home, I went there for a couple of years and had to move back home for some family stuff. And so when I got to Armstrong at the time, which is now Georgia Southern, it was what everybody knows is the Georgia Southern Savannah campus. I got together with a group of guys and we started a club roller team. And it wasn't quite as difficult as what you've had to go through because the club roller circuit is a little more relaxed. That collegiate group is just a little more, it's just not quite as stringent as the ice program. The ice program is a legit program that's been around since probably the 80s. And so I can understand why those guys might have asked a few more questions, been a little more hesitant. But that's really great that you guys have, gotten the support, gotten the head count that you need. I think you told us you guys are rolling about a 15-man roster plus a couple of goalies. And you're still working with, other guys at all times that kind of are coming in. And it probably takes a little bit to get, I mean, it's kind of funny listening to you talk about how you guys have reached out and gotten in touch. It's all Snapchat stuff. Like, that's just such a weird way to me. I'm like, I don't know. You didn't post it on Facebook or Instagram? I'm like, no, we put it on everybody's Snapchat. And so, but the message is getting out. That's really good. As you guys have a, get into your season this season, I'm sure you'll only get more support and things like that. So that's really good. We definitely want to support you guys. I know you're going to have to do a fair amount of traveling this year. You guys are traveling this weekend, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, went up to Duluth this weekend. We have added some home games. We need to publish a updated schedule. But so St. Leo will be on Halloween weekend. So I think it's the 25th and 26th. It's the Friday and Saturday. So that'll be our first home game.
Nice.
So I think this is the first public announcement of that. But we're trying to, pack the rink.
Absolutely.
Maybe fun festivities. And then our next home game.
We need to do a dump and skate live broadcast from our
that'd
first
be
home
sick.
game.
Yeah.
Awesome.
We'll do
For
it.
the right money, listeners, I will streak. I will go streaking between the first and second period. I will go, but we have to have a significant amount in the Dump and Skate podcast.
It better be a significant donation.
I'm doing it. I'm only doing it for the podcast, not pure enjoyment. But
Yeah.
Well,
Hey, little do you know, he floats this all the time off air.
We were talking about the Chuck-a-Puck prize, so maybe you can be the Chuck-a-Puck prize.
fine.
Abdu will personally bathe you in the rink showers.
100. I'll do it. But there's a weight limit. It's got to be under 400 pounds. Under 400. Under 400.
If you're over 400, he'll just wash your car.
And she can't have a mustache.
Wait, you said you liked mustaches.
There's only one lady for me that has a mustache, and she's in Atlanta.
Oh my gosh.
She's in Atlanta.
Poor lady.
Forever mine.
Man.
My fondue boo has been replaced by a chick with a mustache.
By your mustache boo. So Evans, you said that's October. Is that what you said? October 24th, 25th? Did I get those dates right?
25th,
I'll have to
26th.
look at the schedule, but I think it's 25th and 26th. The
Okay,
Friday,
25th, 26th.
the last Friday and Saturday in October is before Halloween.
Beautiful.
So we were talking
And
about, be
Is
like
it a doubleheader, so it's a game both nights?
Yes. So there's
Awesome.
10 p.m. I think it was 10 p.m. Friday, and then 2 p.m. Saturday.
All right, I'll be at the
Um,
PM. There's no way I'm going to 10 o'clock.
Yes,
This is
you
way
are.
past my bedtime.
Yes,
It's way
you
past
are.
my bedtime now.
Come
It's-
on, man. You
it's
played
not-
beer league. You can do it.
I think it'll be
Oh.
a fun time. We talked about a costume contest, maybe some other stuff. I mean, we're trying to get as much support for that game.
I will go as a broken and decrepit hockey player. Just a
So the
complete
games
bender.
the games are 7 p.m. on the 25th and 2 p.m. on the 26th.
Okay.
Beautiful.
I'm going to both.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I could make that
They'll
happen.
just sleep over
What's
here.
our
Yeah.
What's our next home after that? It's UT's away. Then we're trying to get something in early December at home. We play Citadel in Charleston in January. Rollins College January. That'll be in Orlando. Then we're hosting. App State will be at home,
Would be the next home game after
and
that.
we're getting market. So that'll be huge.
Yep.
After that, we're traveling to Nashville to play Austin P. We're hosting UAB at the Civic Center, and then we're got an away game versus UAB. I might be missing a few, but we're at 16. We're gonna try to get close to 20 for this season.
That's awesome.
Yeah. The Kennesaw State guys, we got a message because they've been
Yeah.
they want to play,
Yeah.
and if we're trying to host, then
They've
Right there
been
is perfect.
they've been talking shit about us.
oh really?
That's how rivalry starts.
Supposedly.
This is how rivalry starts.
Hey, you got to go easy. We like those kids. We played against a few of them in Atlanta. They were nice kids. We told them we needed to get together and try to get them to roll down and play you guys, and or try to get them to come down and get a group of guys and come down and play like a little mini men's tourney. So that's good. They reached out to you guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's awesome.
That's
That's
great.
cool. Yeah,
See,
that's
we're
really
doing
cool.
good things, Holland.
That's right.
We're
But
just
that-
putting
Except for
people
the
talking.
except for the talking crap. Come on, Kennesaw kids, relax. Don't do that kind of stuff. Come on, we
Yeah.
didn't raise you that way.
Look, you don't want to mess with Cooch. You don't want to mess
Yeah,
with
that's
Cooch.
true.
He's our secret weapon.
He really is. Yeah.
Cooch is the one I wouldn't be worried about. It's Pelly laying out guys left and right, putting them in the unconscious tent. So that's the one I'd be worried about.
I can vouch for that one too.
That app
And
State
Grant too. Grant's a machine out there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, our
That
defense is looking pretty solid.
that App
A lot of
State
big
game,
guys.
though, considering that's the biggest sports rivalry we have, and bringing that to ice, I think will be huge, especially if we can do it in Savannah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Are you guys? Is everything happening for you guys at the Civic Center? That's your home rink for now.
Well, App State should be in market. We're still working on a few things, but the Ghost Pirates have approved everything. So at this point, everything's on the city. So
Got
the
it.
city needs to get their stuff together, and approve our games.
Come on, City of Savannah. We know you listen to this podcast.
We should get
Hook
them
our
on the
boys
podcast.
up, get them inside the. I don't know anybody with the city.
I won't ask
Oh,
them if they
yeah.
pee in the shower.
You
We
gotta
don't
ask-
even get showers.
I will ask them
Well,
if
send
they.
it.
I will ask them if they had a fart that they didn't trust, though. We'll just. We'll,
Oh
You
man,
gotta ask the mayor the shower question.
what's that?
who?
I said I think you've got to ask the mayor of Savannah that shower question.
I mean, I think the
I'll be-
people want to know,
I might
right?
get sick.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
might
Yeah.
get sick on that podcast. Sorry. Oh man.
You guys want to
Sorry,
be my
boys. I don't think I
co-host
can
for
make
that
this
one? You guys want to be my co-host for that podcast?
Do it.
Oh my gosh. Do you guys know what admission and stuff is going to look like for any of that yet, or have you talked with the guys running the Civic Center to know?
So
We're
we're gonna
still working on it right now.
we're
Um,
gonna do tickets,
go ahead.
but we don't know prices yet. I think we're gonna do like we do for like Georgia Southern does for football, free student admission to try to build our student fan base.
Yep.
But I think to general public, we were talking between $5 and $10. So our
Yeah.
tickets are gonna be affordable.
What's the student campus support look like you guys for you guys so far?
We're super into it.
So most
Yeah.
of what we've encountered, we just recently had a couple of tabling events at both universities, and most people didn't know that we had a hockey team. So I feel like those events definitely helped us out a lot with getting some student outreach. We only have about 400 followers on Instagram. We've put up flyers throughout the semesters, but not a whole lot of engagement. I don't feel like it'll start picking up until the season starts because
So
it being our first year.
let me ask a question. What does your TikTok game look like?
Not there
good.
yet.
Okay.
They don't have
Okay.
one because I tried to tag
yeah,
one.
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah. Okay, so here, let me give you some advice from our good friends at Kennesaw State. So they have like exploded their followers on, I think, TikTok almost exclusively, and because they do some recording, they have some interns that come in and like basically manage their social media. So what you need to do is find somebody. There's got to be someone. I don't even know how this is a degree, but I'm sure there's someone somewhere on campus that has like a social media marketing degree or something weird like that. I'm sure it exists.
Right.
Find them and be like, hey, you want to boost your portfolio? Come work for us. Come take some photos and start running our TikTok and Instagram, and you guys can crank your followers up like way, way up.
they got like 10K followers, like a lot of followers, and
Yeah.
then they talked us. Okay, they talked me into doing a TikTok. I'm
didn't
too
have to
old to
talk
be
real
doing
hard. He
TikTok.
was so excited about
no,
it.
I was not.
He's like, I can't
If you've
wait.
seen our
I've been waiting
posts,
for an excuse to get on TikTok.
that's
my favorite social media platform.
Holland, you're a pastor. Don't lie. I'm telling you right now, I don't like TikTok. I feel really creepy using it, but yeah, you get a.
We've all seen the clip. We know.
I'm serious,
man.
but for some reason it works. It does.
Yeah.
So, we'll share
Abdu,
this.
apparently
and
we're gonna have to get a dump and skate Snapchat now. Just start like I don't even know how that app.
dump. I'll tell you what. I'll have Evan take care of it. Evan will take care of our dump and skate. Just do dumps. Just do dumps.
Dumps while skating.
I will say we have asked a lot of students on campus to help us grow our social media, but we're encountering the same issues we have with previous players. They want to commit to it. They say they want to, but when it comes down to it,
Mm-hmm.
they're not there.
Yeah.
So we're really just trying to find someone trustworthy and like someone that really wants to work for us. But like I said, we aren't really super credible right now. We don't have a whole lot of following.
Tell them you'll give them a free jersey.
Yeah.
That's not in our budget right now. We'll have to wait.
Hey,
for
the boys at Dump and Skate will help out with the jersey. Okay, we'll kick in and help out with the jersey.
We'll
So,
chip in.
Speaking of jerseys, you boys just got all your stuff from our friends at BNR Sports, and I think at least one of you is wearing it. Are you two of you wearing them?
all of
I
us
think
are.
All three of you are wearing them? You're all
them are,
three
yeah.
wearing them.
Oh,
Good
yeah.
grief. Okay, you got them all on there. Wait,
Roll,
Weaver,
you did
are
a
you
good
the one?
job.
Are you the one wearing the cowboy hat in the picture, Weaver?
No, that's old buddy over here.
Wait, who's
I
wearing the
wasn't
cowboy
invited.
hat?
I
That was
wasn't
you,
invited.
Evan, in the cowboy hat?
Yes.
Oh my
You
gosh.
see how his eyes are closed in that picture too?
Yeah.
I can't tell. The brim of the cowboy hat's the size of a satellite, so you can't really see his eyes. I was trying to
And then
figure out who
Pellegrino,
that was.
you're right here, right?
Yeah.
Over the
There's a
sorry,
duck
the-
head covering your face.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Yeah, that's my bad. So yeah, and then we recognize old Robbie boy.
Oh yeah.
So
So actually, when we were walking down the street, one of the people were asking if he was alumni because he looked so old.
That is going on the social media. That is hilarious. Oh, Grandpa Cooch.
oh, Grandpa Cooch.
Grandpa
elder
Cooch.
statesman. The elder statesman of the team.
Really?
Oh
Yeah,
my
swear to God.
gosh.
She hasn't
Oh.
like to tell anybody.
It's like Bill. Uh-oh.
He said not to tell him, but he goes, yo,
Belly,
Grandpa
Belly, we're
Cooch.
recording. We've been recording for the last 43 minutes. I don't know if you realize this or
Oh
not.
no, that's fine.
Oh, that is great.
Hey,
That is great.
Guess who's going to have to go toe to toe with Rob now, whether he likes it or not? Oh man,
Knock out
it's
some
like
old lady.
Rob is like Billy Madison, but the college version.
Or he's like the
Back
guy.
to school, back to school.
He's like the guy in what is it, Varsity Blues that graduated and still goes to all the games and hangs out at the parties. He's like that old guy.
Super senior.
Yeah.
He's a super senior. I'm just working on my COVID year, guys. Relax.
Oh, this is the best.
that was
Oh,
too good. That was too good.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you boys like the
Cooch.
jerseys?
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
they're great.
Yeah. And I think you guys got geared up as well too, right? What kind of gear did y'all get?
All right,
Evan
let Evan
don't-
show off first.
Yeah,
Evan with his
That
bubble.
cage, dude, you're really going with that cage, huh? And you got Grant to do that cage?
Yeah, so I know I'm gonna get chirped, but I think it'll be funny when somebody gets laid out and it's a dude wearing the hybrid.
they're coming. They're
Are you gonna
coming
be-
for you first.
Are you going to be chewing bubble gum while you do this?
Maybe.
Like blowing bubbles inside of your
It just compresses
cage
against.
visor? Yeah. Make
What,
sure it's
uh,
yellow or blue bubble gum.
What helmets are those? Are the 150s?
These are the Bauer React 155s.
150.
Oh, the
Just the new ones.
155s.
Yeah. Those are nice.
Mhm.
They comfy?
Oh yeah.
And
Nice.
then the gloves are the Bauer Supremes. Bauer Supreme Pros.
M5.
M5 Pros.
Okay.
Nice.
All of that was from B&R Sports. Shout out, you guys. Good job.
Thank
And
y'all.
your shells and socks too were from there. So
Oh, yeah. Oh, with the GSU on the legs. I love it.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
They look sharp.
Yeah, oh yeah.
those look
We don't have
really-
our,
those look
our
really nice.
socks on hand right now. We'll get those Sunday, but
Nice.
Oh, but-
everything else
okay.
we got. Rossi's
Yeah,
got.
all right. Okay.
Just didn't feel like
Pete doesn't want them losing them.
right.
That's what's going on. Dad Pete's like, nah, you boys, you can't have these. I don't feel like having to go buy new ones or give you the extras. Oh, man.
Yeah,
Trust
but thank
boys.
you.
Stickers.
Yeah, thanks guys. Thanks guys at the B&R Sports for getting all that done, and in a timely manner too. So
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
really
Absolutely.
appreciate that.
Boys, do you have any other, let's see, social medias or any other way that people can get in touch with you that you want them to know about?
I just made a Facebook page.
Just made a Facebook page. Perfect.
think
So
we
you
have-
can get the
well-
you'll have the 35 and over crowd 100% pegged with your Facebook page.
Yeah, basically Cooch is
I
aging
say
up.
that I say that as a proud Facebook user. See, when I was in college and people were like, "Oh man, how did you get your message out?" I was like, "Facebook, duh," because Facebook had just been created when I was in college. So there you go.
Yeah,
That's
because I
how
just
old
tagged
am.
you guys in the post today, on Facebook.
Do you guys have an Instagram page or anything like that?
Yes.
Yeah,
GSU hockey.
GSU Hockey on
GSU hockey
Instagram. All right.
Instagram. We're working
And
on
then-
TikTok and YouTube.
Beautiful. Let us know when you get that sort of stuff up because we'll definitely direct traffic that way. We want to support you guys. We're really excited about both of the collegiate teams that are here in this area. We're really pumped to support both groups of players this year. Gonna have a lot of fun. We're really excited to see you guys play. Looking forward to it. We will get these home games out. We will 100% advertise. Ed and I will talk about trying to shoot some kind of a live podcast or something. Maybe we can be special guest announcers. That's what we can do. We should be
Ooh, we can
in-game
do that.
announcers,
We can
Ab,
do
dude.
that.
That's
Let's
what
do
we should
locker
do.
room interviews. Locker room interviews.
Why do you got to go there in between period locker interviews?
Yeah.
That's where the fun happens.
That's what you want to do.
Oh well, like
Nice.
on the back, like they do it in the NHL. Like, hey, this period went really well for you guys. What do you want to do? Oh, you just got to get pucks in deep and stick to the game plan. We can do that.
I think Evan just pooped his pants again. Evan, you good? You good? buddy?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's have y'all seen the Letterkenny skit of like post game interviews?
Yes.
No, I'm not a Letterkenny guy. I'm a Shorzy guy though.
It's the same cat.
Same
but
thing.
the whole preface is like get pucks deep, get pucks in the net, stick
Yeah.
to the game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all you have to say during a. We'll do that. But this
Good,
is
we got
where
you.
we need some funding for me to go streaking. I'll buy a wireless mic and then just get us all set.
Oh my
See,
gosh.
the good thing is you
All
won't
right.
get arrested for that. We'll allow it to happen. That'll be
All right.
our intermission entertainment.
And you're a cop, so I can just be like, "Hey, I know him." He says
That's
it's okay.
He
says
said
it's okay.
I'm not breaking any city ordinances. I'm good. It's all right.
I'm chasing the
There-
dog. I'm chasing the canine.
Somebody took my jock. I just want it back. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Boys, thanks a million for being on. We really appreciate you guys coming on. We want to wish you guys a ton of luck this season. Tons of luck this weekend as you guys travel up to the Duluth area, play the guys from University of Georgia. go out, kick some butt this weekend, and hopefully we'll hear nothing but good stories all season long. And we look forward to being able to be there on the first home game and supporting you guys in person. So thanks again, guys. We appreciate you being on. We'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, good luck, boys. Good luck. We'll
Thank
see you
you.
your first home game. Can't wait.
All right,
See you,
thank you.
boys. Later, guys. There we go. All right, now we're back.
Dude, I can't believe someone went out on the street and just said "Cooch."
he looks. Is he an alumni?
You know, every podcast that we do, I always take something from it.
He's
every
gonna be ticked. He's gonna be ticked about that.
He's no longer my daddy. He's grandpa. He's grandpa. He's like the guy that just grandpa. He's like, here, take $1, Sonny. Here's $1 for you.
You want a Werther's original, son?
Yes. Butterscotch. You want a butterscotch?
Gosh. Oh man,
That was a good
candy
podcast.
jar, man.
Yeah. Oh my
Oh, good
gosh.
kids. Yeah, guys. Please support these guys. I know what it's like to try to get a club program up and running and off the ground. You've heard from the girls, and they've got a pretty good bit of support, and they've got some girls that are really dedicated to getting their stuff going. The guys are in the same boat, and so they've done a lot of the same legwork, getting things going. Sounds like the guys are going to have a couple of home games, so you'll have a couple of opportunities to come out and support them. We want to pack that place out just like we do when the girls get a home game here. Want to pack that place out, really show them our support, not just from their college students and campus and things like that, but also from the community. Let those guys and girls know that we support them. So if you're listening to this, plan on being at the Civic Center as we start dropping those dates. And if these guys get so fortunate, and that'd be phenomenal if they do, but if they get so fortunate to use the in market, let's make that place a raucous environment for that. I think it was the Kennesaw State game. Or no, not the Kennesaw. It's the brain fart. I know who it is. The Appalachia team. Oh, freaking A.
Way to go,
That's gonna
Howard.
drive me nuts. I'm blowing it here. So yeah.
All right,
So yeah, let's pack the place out, support these guys, and show them you love them. And we'll definitely be there. Whether or not we can actually shoot a live podcast, I'd love to do that. But I'd love to do the in-game announcing. We can do a play-by-play live broadcast if we can get the internet and stuff going. That'd be a lot of fun too. We'll figure it out. We'll be involved somehow.
Yep. So.
So
All right. Well, happy National Boyfriend Day to my boy Marola. My fondue boo.
Is it National Boyfriend Day today?
Yeah. Happy Boyfriend Day to Marola and my fondue boo. You are my boyfriend too, but I just got to keep it clean because you are in a status where I can't goof on you and tag you. But
Good grief, man, relax. You're chill.
Well, he sent me a text. He was upset. I just want to let him know that he's in my heart still. So
Stupid. You guys are ridiculous. Oh man, I get in trouble. I get in trouble for laying it out there.
yeah.
You're allowed to lay it. You're allowed to lay it out there as much as you want. All right, I see how it is. Oh, also really quick shout out to our friend Dane with Moves at the Blue Line. We appreciate the shout out. It was very nice of you. I know Abdu posted something on social media. I'm sorry that we do not edit. I was a little offended that you were so appreciative of your co-host because he edits, even though you came on our podcast and said that you guys yell Mark or whatever you yell, and that anytime it's an embarrassing thing about you, Dane, he doesn't actually edit it out. So what the heck, man? We didn't put anything embarrassing. You didn't say anything embarrassing on ours. But yeah, thanks, Dane. We appreciate you shouting us out.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, if you enjoy what we're doing, if you want to hear a little more serious podcast, go listen to our buddies at Moves at the Blue Line. A little more of a serious podcast, definitely not beer league and shenanigans and pooping and peeing.
Oh, there's
So,
ball busting. Yeah,
but-
there's ball busting in there and
do
shenanigans.
they talk about
Nothing
pooping and peeing? Probably not talking about pooping and peeing.
Well, they should get the
I
ratings
mean,
up.
every podcast should. So
It should be a
as
standard.
far as we're
It's not-
concerned, should be
It
100%.
should be a standard.
As far as we're concerned, every podcast should start out with a question about where you urinate and if you pooped your shorts when you were trying to fart. So
Or at the gym, if you pooped yourself at the gym.
I like
do
how
you-
this is going. This is progressing.
Yeah. Anyways,
That's perfect. So, guys, thanks for listening. We appreciate you. We'll see you next time. Love you. Peace.
bye.